What is up, Pooper Snoopers, and welcome back to another indie horror game. Today we'll be playing a game called Behemoths Curse, and this is by the same people that made Malevolent. This one's SCP-682, I believe. Let's get to it. A brisk wind blows through the forest as I continue to enjoy a mid-afternoon hike. I come out here at least twice a week, both to enjoy nature and to burn some calories. The funny thing about nature, though, is that you have to follow several rules in order to avoid problems. First, you should always let someone know where you're going, and when you're expected to return. Second, whatever you bring in has to be brought back out. Even a stray candy wrapper can cause major problems. Third, never climb staircases you find in the woods, not after what happened to the last search and rescue ranger. Fourth, and perhaps most important, never stray from the path, even if you have a good reason for it. Ignoring those guidelines is how people go missing, become injured, or worse. Imagine the irony going through my head when I came upon a strange sight along the path and consider breaking these rules. Doubly so when I noticed the forest has grown immensely quiet around me. I'm fairly certain that these grisly and bloody remains used to belong to a deer. But this does not look like the work of a normal predator. This deer has been absolutely eviscerated. There's great furrow in the ground, and along the nearby tree, crimson ichor coats the leaves of the tallest trees. Whatever killed this poor creature did so with extreme prejudice. What the hell did this? The forest around me does not answer my query. Normally, this would be a sign for me to turn around and leave the woods as soon as possible. But one specific detail of the scene catches my attention. There's strange tracks leading off the path. Hold on, what left these? I'm not an expert by any means, but I can tell something is off with these tracks. Most of the tracks have a quadruple gait to them, with prints featuring large talons and extended profile. The strange thing, though, is that these are some tracks made with a distantly more human stride. Or at least something capable of walking on two legs as opposed to four. I can't think of any animals that can alternate so freely between such walking style, well, besides a human. Perhaps someone is injured out there, or in need of assistance. Yeah, man, I guess they kind of look like human, but not really. I should follow the rules and leave, but should I investigate the strange tracks? And this is where I'm gonna go, boop. We're gonna say investigate. I realize that I'm likely walking right into the proverbial bear's den. My bleeding heart may beat the death of me, but I wouldn't be able to live with myself if there was someone that needed help and I abandoned them. Besides, I'm too curious about the mystery of the former deer. I follow the tracks to an almost perfectly hidden cave tucked into the side of a hill. The only other hint I have that someone or something aimed this way is a single green scale at the entrance. Drink some water, because a lot of this reading... Said scale is definitely reptilian, but I don't know of any reptilian capable of leaving one this big behind. I know I've read way too many fantasy novels when my first thought is that there might be a dragon inside the cave. The interior of the cave is dark and still, the only sound in the faint wind blowing from the entrance into the cave's depths. Like any good hiker, I carry a flashlight. I flick it on and take a look around. Nothing here, unless... I nearly fall back onto my ass as my flashlight illuminates several pairs of eyes and a scaled limb. A deep rumbling growl emanates from the creature, causing the marrow in my bone to chill. Easy there, easy. That there must have been your doing, huh? I have to be careful so as not to make any sudden movements or sounds. Doing so would likely mean my demise. In an attempt to placate the creature, I try to soothe it with words. I'm mostly just repeating "it's okay" and other noises one might use as their pet at home. On their pet at home. The creature doesn't move, but it does surprise me by speaking for the first time. Go away. The voice is husky, yet feminine, like a chain smoker on their third pack of the day. There's also a note of malice and rage in her tone. From the sound of it, I'm not sure how long I can push my luck by staying here. I don't want to risk being eaten. It's best I leave the cave for now. I slowly back away from the creature, making no sudden movements during my retreat. It watches me the entire time, but otherwise doesn't react. Still, I don't completely turn my back until the cave is several hills away. My heartbeat is going a mile a minute as the weight of what just happened catches up to me. That was no ordinary creature. I thought it might have been a dumb beast, but it actually spoke. Wonder if that means I can coax it into talking with me. Maybe food would help? It's probably a horrible idea, but... Alright. So, we could go back with food or don't risk further contact with this creature. Well, being the protagonist of any horror game, and something like this, we want to go and smooth talk with the lady reptile, right? We're gonna make the dumb choice. Go back tomorrow with food. Fuck it. Encountering that creature is the most exciting thing that's happened to me in the good while. Between my curiosity and the call of the void, I can't help to want to go back. Though I think I'll grab some meat to see if that gets the creature talking some more. Day 1. The next day I arrive at the creature's cave with a backpack full of fresh meat from my local butcher. Only time and luck will tell what I have will be enough to get the creature talking. Go away. What should I do? Toss the meat to the creature and try talking to it? Empty my bag and leave the creature alone for now. I think... Oh gosh. The right choice might be to just empty my bag and leave the creature alone for now. I thought you might be hungry, so I bought you a bunch of meat to eat. I'll leave it all here and check on you tomorrow. Leave. I'm hoping that bringing the creature regular meat will placate it into talking with me, but only time will tell. Day 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford as much meat as before, but the butcher was curious why I needed so much of it. I told her that I was feeding the local wildlife, to which she scoffed but made a deal with me. Moving forward, the butcher will give me the gizzards and any extra meat that wouldn't normally be fit to sell. For now, though, I'll have to make do with what I got. Why do you keep coming back? Feed the creature all the meat I have and try to chat. Feed the creature a few scraps of meat, drop off the meat and leave. God damn, there's just a lot of choices. Got more food for you here. Thought, though not as much as yesterday. You in a more talkative mood today? Do you have a name? I hear the sound of bones popping and shifting as the creature readjusts itself. Human tongues cannot replicate my natural name. And even if they could, why should I share that with you? I'm just trying to break the ice. The only thing that will be breaking is your skull if you keep talking to me. A low growl punctuates her remark, yet I push forward all the same. Well, I'm Matthew, if it matters to you. It doesn't. I do not need to know the name of my next meal. I might be imagining it, but I think I hear the creatures licking her lips. Alright, well, are you hurt at all? I saw the furrow and scales you left outside. All of her eyes open at once and remain so unblinking. My well-being is of no concern of yours. A predator does not share their injuries with their prey. And yet you're talking to me all the same. Another rumble comes from the creature, followed by a snort. You are pressing my patience, little human. If you wish to die that quickly, simply say so. Even now, I could smell the fear on you. It overwhelms you, whether you recognize it or not. Something approaching, a guttural chuckle comes from her. All you humans are alike, afraid of that which you do not understand. I mean, yeah, I'm scared that you might eat me, but I think that's a normal reaction. Oh, there is no might to be had here. From the moment you appeared before me, your fate was sealed. So you're saying that no matter what I do, you're going to kill me? If that's the case, why don't you simply skip ahead to that? You said yourself, I'm trying your patience. Her eyes narrow, frustration and anger creeping into her already rage-filled tone. A prey that willingly offers itself to consumption cannot be trusted. And when it comes to humans, you are particularly revolting. Particularly revolting. Are you saying I wouldn't taste good? You are clearly more foolish than I initially considered. The creature falls silent after that. I don't feel like I made much headway today, but even a little progress can add up over time. Just getting the creature to talk to me is a good start, all things considered. I'm still amazed it can even talk in the first place. It can even talk in the first place. Day 3. I don't know how much you can push your luck, bro, but... I arrived at the cave, the usual time in the afternoon. This time, I have plenty of meat with me. Hopefully, the choice cuts the butchers gave me will go a long way. I hope you brought more meat. What should I do? Withhold the meat until the creature speaks. Dump the meat. Like before, I start tossing bits of meat to the creature while trying to get it to talk. However, she's not going for it. It's like the meat repulses her. Alright, we're just gonna dump the meat and head home. I begin to empty my pack without a word. The creature watches and waits as I do so. Once empty, I turn to leave without engaging the creature further. That's it? You simply came to deliver a meal? Yeah, I figured you were annoyed by me. The creature lets out a huff of annoyance. What is it you're getting out of this? What do you mean? I mean, what is your end goal? I have made it clear that continuing to bother me will result in your death. Is it that you seek destruction? Because I am more than happy to oblige if so. I think for a moment while the creature bones rattle. I don't think I have an end goal, if I'm being honest. Snorting, the creature scuffs at me. You expect me to believe that? Every human has some kind of twisted goal. Is it part of what makes you hairless apes so repulsive? Alright, what's your end goal then? You dare ask me such a question? I can repeat it if it would help. A brief flash of the creature's large jaw filled with countless sharp-like teeth makes it clear that she thinks of that. I will not tolerate impertinence like that again. My goal is simple: survive. You seem more intelligent than a majority of predators, though. Surely simple survival is too small of a goal. The creature withdraws, yet she keeps speaking at all the same. You misunderstand, little human. Survival is paramount for me to potentially return home one day. Then why wasn't your goal return home? Her middle set of glowing eyes returns into view. This would be obvious to anyone with a brain. Perhaps you do not comprehend the nuances of your own language. I cannot simply return home. There are multiple roadblocks that must be overcome first. Yeah, I think I'm missing something here. Normally I would attribute that to be the fault of your primitive means of communications. However, I am beginning to wonder if your gray matter is severely underdeveloped. I mean, something is clearly wrong with me for wanting to keep coming back. Though, to be fair, this is the most excitement I've had in my life in a while. Another half of the warm air expands outwards from the creature's hidden nostrils. So you came to chat with me simply because you are bored? What a pathetic life you must live. Yeah, maybe you're right. What is life like normally for you? I mean, what were you doing before this? A significant amount of fury enters the creature's voice as it answers. That is none of your concern. You would do well not to inquire further along that line. Alright, I get it. Touchy subject. Go away, Matthew. I tire of this conversation. Did she just use my name? I don't feel like I made much headway today, but even a little progress can add up over time. I don't quite understand the nuisance behind the creature's goal, but I at least understand its desire to go home. The fact it doesn't want to talk about what it was doing prior to the cave makes me think it's not sunshine and rainbows in its past. Day 4. I'm in trouble today. The butcher was only able to give me a simple flank steak to work with. It did season the fresh meat a bit, but overall I'll have to be careful with how I use it. I hope you brought more meat. I'm just drinking some water. Let's see. I'm afraid I've run out of meat. The creature sniffs several times, then chuckles. I can smell that you have one piece remaining, human. A sensible precaution given our back and forth up till now. Give it to me and perhaps we can have one of these chats you seem to be enarmed with. Alright, here you go. Yet again, you push the boundaries of what I will tolerate. You know, you keep saying that, but you've yet to eat me. The sound of gnashing teeth echoes across the walls of the cave. I am simply letting you marinate. That way you will taste better than the meat you keep bringing me. I thought the meat I've been getting was top shelf stuff. Perhaps to a human, but to my palate, it is like tasting raw sewage. Then I'll stop bringing it. The creature hisses and extends her claws forward. If you do that, the only thing I'll have to eat is you. Let's see, H. Hey, we can hide it. So there's her claws. So you keep saying there must be some reason you haven't done so yet? There's a pause as the creature considers her words. You do not reek of fear and desperation as you did in our first encounter. The longer I wait, the less tainted your flesh will be from such hormones. I see, so it's not because you're lonely then. The creature surges forward, only stopping right at the cusp of the light filtering in the cave. You dare imply such a thing, that I am capable of being lonely? Unless you're simply bored, yeah. When she speaks again, the fire of her rage has been tempered somewhat. What of you, then? Are you lonely? I guess, yeah. Like, I'm mostly happy with where I am in life. My job pays decently, so I'm not really wanting for physical things. The only problem is that these sojourns into the woods are the only free time I have. So yeah, I lead a very lonely life, frankly. I think a part of me has been hoping you'd give me an exit to it. The creature goes silent as she processes my words. I realize far too late the possible implications of my statements as it pertains to my continued survival. However, when the creature speaks, it's with the almost somber level of understanding. Then to answer your inquiry, yes, I am lonely. I am unique in this universe. All the life I've encountered here thus far has been disgusting. And due to my situation, I cannot simply leave this planet in the same way I came here. Hang on, you're saying that you're extraterrestrial? She signs, rolling her multiple eyes. That is painfully reductive, but if it helps your tiny brain comprehend it, then you can think of it that way. I guess that explains how you're so well-spoken. I was guessing you were some kind of mystical creature or government experiment. The next response from the creature is a loud roar that causes dirt and dust to fall from this cave ceiling. Yeah, she didn't like that, dude. Do not speak of such things in my presence. Not if you value your continued existence. I will devour you here and now if you dare to question me. Am I clear? I hold up my hands and back off a bit. Yeah, I get you. Good. I don't feel like I've made much headway today, but even a little progress can add up over time. The revelation that the creature isn't of this world doesn't faze me at this point. What does catch my attention is how hostile I got when I mentioned my theories about experiments and government stuff. Yeah, because she's an SCP. Perhaps such things are in the creature's past. Day 5. I'm a little delayed at getting to the cave the next day on account of an incident at the butcher's shop. Apparently some wild beast broke into the shop overnight and stole all the butcher's meat. There wasn't anything to see on the security camera footage either. However, or whomever did it break the cameras. I have a sneaking suspicion who might be behind the thief. I hope you brought more meat. I think we'll be good. Don't confront her. Nope, sorry. Butcher was fresh out. Oh ho, and yet I can tell you know exactly why that's the case. You have the courage to annoy me with your presence, but not enough to speak up to me? A pity. I had such high hopes for you. She gonna eat us? Oh, there you go. Death count 3. Alright, well, we're gonna go to confront her. How can I do that when you broke into the butcher shop that I was getting it from? Ah, so you are not completely devoid of gray matter. Yes, I broke in and had my fill. What of it? Are you going to scold me? Threaten to turn me in? Please enlighten me, Matthew. Sighing, I take a seat and rub the back of my head. I think I just want to talk. Oh-ho? What about? Your pick. I know this is a touchy subject, but where did you come from? I don't mean in general, I mean before you were here in this cave. I feel like you're kinda hard to miss, even though I've seen every little of you so far. Very little of you so far. Huffing, the creature grumbles back. My majesty is wasted in this cave, but the alternative is not exactly preferable. How do you mean? Remember how I told you to never bring up mysticism and government matters in my presence? Before this, I was contained in a secret facility hell-bent on destroying me. Destroying you? Why? A sour note enters her growls, along with narrowed eyes. Because they are absolutely terrified of me, of what I am capable of. And what might that be? I cannot die, no matter the method used to injure, maim, or otherwise eliminate me. I always come back. Sounds like you have regenerative abilities better than a certain talkative comic book character. What the hell is a comic book? Nothing important, so this facility keeps you contained and keeps trying to kill you. Is it just you there? Strangely, there's a sprinkling of amusement in her reply. No, my captors fashioned themselves as wardens over many things you humans relegate to myths and legends. They capture, contain, and otherwise seal away anything that meets their guidelines or anomalies. See, capture, seal, SCP, capture, contain, and was it protect? What sort of guidelines are we talking here? It all depends on the ranking systems of how dangerous something is. Her eyes narrow and race towards the end of as if she's smiling. I am classified as catcher, which is assigned to anything that meets 2 criteria. Or at least that's how it used to work. Now they just hand out killer designations to anything slightly challenging to contain. So I'm guessing one of these criteria is that it's hard to contain you. How did this facility do that to you? I'm gonna drink some water. A sadistic sense of pride creeps into her voice. Oh, they kept me in a large vat of acid. They think the acid incapacitated me, but it's more like a worm pool thanks to my regeneration. I merely sat there and wait, bidding my time until I can escape once more. How many times have you escaped so far? The creature gives both a physical and verbal shrug at my question. I lost count decades ago. The facility is not very bright and keeps using other anomalous objects to try and kill me. Each and every time their attempts fail, I break out, have a little fun, then allow them to recontain me. You make it sound like there's no true way to make you do something outside of your will. All of her eyes open in glee. Very perceptive of you. That said, there are limits to my adaptability and regeneration within a short time span. I can be temporarily incapacitated at best. Do you know what's my favorite thing to do to my captors is? Well, we've established it's not telling jokes. There's a dramatic pause before the creature speaks next. I like to let them piss me off. Huh? You see, It rallies them up. They think I enter into a rage state, and that causes them to panic. And when they panic, it's more fun when I break out of their containment. I'm not sure whether to congratulate your mastery of manipulating humans, or wonder why you're admitting this all to me. Perhaps you will figure that out one day, though I doubt it. She laughs in a way that goes right down to my bone marrow. Do you understand the kind of creature you're interacting with now, little human? The creature continues to chuckle as a chill runs down up my spine at the implication of her words. I don't feel like I made much. Dude, you made a lot. Oh well, better than dying. There's a lot to unpack about the creature's containment and abilities. I can't imagine what it would be like to continually experiment on, let alone trap 24/7. And although the creature has been doing its best to scare me off, I honestly feel bad for it. The next afternoon, there's a terrible downpour. Despite the dangers of traversing the mountains in the rain, I feel obligated to go check in on the creature. However, when I get there, she's nowhere to be found. There's not a trace of her anywhere. Where could she have gone? There's not even a single scrap of meat, or drop of blood in this cave. It's like she was never here. Am I going crazy? That's when I hear something scraping along the ground outside. God damn. Why? Why do you keep tormenting me? No, broski! End of Act 1. Yo, that was so freaking good! Okay, dude, this is literally just their alpha demo. The full will cover the truth behind SCP-682 and all the twists, turns, and secrets that come with it. My hope is that you're interested enough to follow and support the project as we continue dev work on it. Yes, I am interested in it. You can check out and support our... Yep. Until next time. Alright guys, that was Behemoth's Curse, SCP-682. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys enjoyed this one. If Melevin was as good, this is gonna be very good as well. So I hope you guys keep on coming back and checking it out. But yeah, until next time you guys.